Okay, shalom, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we start off by giving all praises, all honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Kodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. That we will, and salutation to the brothers around the world, preaching His word with truth and sincerity. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Right? And me and the brother Yaka was just discussing, right, concerning the truth concerning Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, concerning the laws. Right, and have brothers who, right, was in different walks of lifestyle, and the Lord take them out of that. Right, I show it as certain brothers who was in the world before, and the Lord saved them in certain situations. So it's like now we can't do without the Lord, they can't live without the Habashim Yoshai. Right, be grateful for the things that He have done for us.
You're more grateful because even when you was in the world, you realize when you come in the truth, you realize that the Lord is the one who was good in you all the time as well too. You understand? So you're more grateful now. He was good in you. I've good in you although I have known thee.
Can. Right, so yeah, the Lord yeah, the Lord came here now and save us in these different ways, and a lot of brothers have different, how do I say, the word, different scenarios, I should say, with different testimonies, right? Different testimonies of how the Lord saved them in certain situations, right? So I'll bring up this picture up here, Habakkuk 2:2, and it says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Right? So through the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, we haven't obtained this truth, right? This word which is truth and is life, the word of Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, right? And we run with it, right? Loving it, because it ain't gone take no more no other these other two jigs them to stay and to continue doing the works of Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. Because why? They don't love Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. They don't love doing His will. They basically love the world, because as the scripture say, where your heart is, that's roughly paraphrasing it. Where your heart is, where your mind is, they will gonna be.
The treasure gonna be.
So if you love the world, they will gonna be in the world. You're gonna be studying things of the world.
Yeah, that's where you treasure. That's why you go into the word treasure. That you things them that you're saving on or you're banking on could be of this world. You understand? Where your mind supposed to be is in the Lord.
That's right.
And that's where you just focus on.
Right. So if you love the Lord now, and you love this truth, you're gonna be continue doing what He told us to do. He tell Peter 3 times. If you love me, feed my sheep. If you love me, if you love the Lord, do the things that obey Him. Right? But if you love the world now, what's gonna happen? Basically, you're gonna be following according to what Paul said, the rudiments of this world. You're gonna be going according to those things. Right? Bring out the piece up here. But like I was quoting, was saying earlier on, right? Romans chapter 8, right? And I'll start from verse 5. And it says, who can separate us from the love of Mashiach? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or the sword, right? And that is sure how we love the Lord so much. These things that gone stop the elect from continuing doing the Lord's work. Because remember this also, the Lord said He told us these things, so we know these things. We prepare we soul for temptation. We prepare we soul for these things, because we know it's going to happen, right? As we always say, we know Esau going to come down with wrath upon us, right? So we prepare and we mind and thinking different things what these wicked heathens them going and do, right? Because we know no matter what, if we see what we're going through the life, we're going through this in real life, and yet still we holding fast in Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. Hey, the Lord love me boy, so that's why He can give us the faith and the strength, right, to continue doing the works of Yahweh Hashem Yoshai.
Yeah, the Lord say, if you reading that stuff?
No,
we can get a precept. If you suffer with me, you also reign with me.
Come.
You understand? Because that's what we doing right now. We suffering with the Lord, and we're going to suffer more with the Lord, because persecution going to come down. So that same precept that the brother just read, shall persecution, the scriptures tell you that need persecution, no farming,
Faithful sin.
no, none of these things going and separate us from the love of the Lord. So the love of the Lord is keeping the commandments, right? So none of these things going to separate us. Meaning that they're not going to keep us from calling on our name. Because if the work's going to be diminished, right? Then ain't no more doing the work. Because the farming of the word going to come. So when you're not doing the work, how you going to hold the Lord's statutes and commandments? You're going to be offered what? Human meat. You understand? Your test going to be, would you take it? Would you take the mark of the beast? That's going to be the different test. But the love, if you love the Lord, you could endure all those things to the end and not take it.
Can.
You understand?
Get a piece of here. 2 Timothy 2 and verse 11. And it says, it is a faithful saying, for if we be dead in him, we shall also live with him. If we suffer, we shall also reign with him.
Yeah, and that's when he come back to make us joint heirs. Because with that heir to the throne is like the king. You understand? The one who is crowned. And we're going to be crowned. Lord willing, we make it. We're going to be crowned. Right? Just like what Ezra saw. Who is this young man crowning them?
2 verse 9.
Taller than the rest. Right? We're going to be crowned, Lord willing. And that's when we reach where we're going. That's when we can say, right, now we get a rest. Because but now is not the time to rest. That's why the Lord even tell you, no, right now, don't love the world.
Can.
1 John 2 and 15.
Can.
But go ahead.
Yeah. For if we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he will also deny us.
And that is something scary.
Can.
When they come for you, but I wasn't a part of that Hebrew Israelite thing. I didn't know nothing about that dialects. You understand? That is now where you're putting yourself in a position where you're denying him. You're denying, and denying him also is not doing the works. Because firstly, a man of the Lord is a priest. The Lord say we are a nation of priests. Right? So now that means when a man, an Israelite man, hear this word and learn this word, he's supposed to go out and preach. Right? Because the Lord make us a nation of priests. So denying him also is not going out and doing the work. Not going out and not keeping the Lord's statutes and commandments, not doing none of these things. They're also denying what the Lord tell you to do. Right? So now, the Lord say what? Love not the world. If you can get the 1 John 2 and 15. I don't know if you have it.
We've got 1 John chapter 2 and verse 15, and it says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
Yeah, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. Because the things that are in the world are going to corrupt you to be more worldly. You understand? If you latch on to these things and you let these things latch on to you, there ain't no escaping. That's like scripture say, yeah, what should I tell them, boy? There hardly be any rich men who are going to enter into the kingdom. You know why you can say that? Because if you latch on to your riches, when it's time to let go of it, you wouldn't want to.
You rich young ruler, watch what happened to you. You didn't want to let go of your riches the same way. Verse 16, it says, for all that is in the world is the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world.
Yeah, the lust of the flesh. The flesh is all sorts of things. Sex, bling, party, everything, you understand? Wickedness, adultery, everything that the Lord do like, right? And then after that, I would say the lust of the eyes. And then when you go on to say, what's the next line after the lust of the eyes?
And the pride of life.
The pride of life. Because having money and having a stature in this place, it gives you a sense of pride. And having that pride and being in the street, that will become a demon now that you are to fight. When you should understand in the beginning that get rid of that. The Lord not dealing with that. The Lord not dealing with no prideful nigga. That is world, that is of the world. A prideful nigga is somebody nobody can talk to. And who the Lord is called prideful in the scripture?
It's proud.
Esau. And then after who second line up? Moab. You understand? But yeah.
It says, and the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of power abideth forever.
That is it. The righteous never die. Righteousness is immortal. You understand? Even if they try to kill us, that's not separated. Not from the love of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because some of us will die, some of us will be martyrs for this thing. But I'm not going to separate them from the love of the Lord, because Scripture says, Wisdom of Solomon, no torment going to touch them. So it's a grateful thing.
Right, so as your brother was saying, no matter what, right, the elect will always love Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Hopefully part of the elect and we continue in this truth. Because we know what, as I always say this, we know what the outcome of a sinner is. We know what these wicked jakes go and get a judgment, and we don't want to be a part of that, because it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Most High, right? It's a fearful thing, because the whole saying that goes so much is a million ways to die, choose one, something so.
Yeah, the Lord gonna choose one.
Yeah, that's it.
You know the Scripture mentioned about the children of disobedience. If you can get that, that 2.
That is Apocrypha?
No, they have 2. One talking about the son of, one talking about the prince of the power of the air, and then it have the punishment for the children of disobedience. So you read in the 2.
That one, prince of the power, that is in
Ephesians, if I'm not mistaken.
Something about testimonials. Okay, so that wait more back to
Ephesians 2 and 2. The first one.
that was 3 and 2. My God.
You get it from 1. Ephesians 2 and 1, and then it have the next one. I can't remember exactly what scripture is judgment and
This book of Ephesians chapter 2 Salak, and when it says, and you had he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins, wherein in time past ye walk according to the course of this world.
right. So now we going back to the beginning of the video where we mentioned when we was in the world, right? You had he quickened who was dead in trespasses, because we were dead, just like Adam, just like anybody else who was before they come into the truth.
Dry bones.
We were dry bones. You understand? Can these dry bones live? We were dead, but we was dead in trespasses. We were wicked, doing wickedness. You understand? So now we understand that we were dead. It says you had he quickened, and to quicken something is to make it alive. So the Lord make us alive, who was dead. We're not gonna be grateful, as the book of Baruch say, Baruch 28, right? 4 and 28. Baruch 4 and 28 says, as it was a mind to go astray from the Lord, now be in return, seek him 10 times more. So this is what the mindset we in. We can love the Lord more, because we know that we were in all kind of different things in the world. You understand? Doing all form of wickedness. And the Lord still choose we and give you this word. And then show you the outcome of them that not going to have this word. But we'll read them out that further down.
It come like this. The Lord give we a way to salvation and a way to escape the judgment that is coming.
That is it. That way Ephesians 2, Ephesians 2, maybe Ephesians talk about that same thing. But, yeah,
Continuing, it says, wherein in time past ye walk according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air.
Right, that is Satan. The prince of the power of the air is Satan, also Esau. Right? We walked according to them. Wicked, doing wickedness. Right.
The spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
So that is spirit. When you hear brothers say they baptized with Esau's spirit, the spirit that is now working in the children of disobedience, which is Israel. Because we were disobedient to the Lord, so by nature now they are the children of disobedience. The other nations that's doing their part, they are naturally wicked and naturally Gentile, so
that's right.
It's a normal thing for them to do. But why we are the children of disobedience? Because we have covenant to the Lord. Right?
The laws wasn't given unto them, it was given unto us.
Is it?
Is the next one you wanted?
Yeah, read on a little bit.
Right, can. Continue verse 3, it says, among whom also we all had our conversations in time past in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh
Right.
and and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others.
Can. So by nature the children are that. Alright, but I want another precept now mentioning punishment of the children are disobedience. We could say just say the children are disobedience. I believe you'll get it now. Ephesians 5, right? See, check Ephesians 5 and 6.
Yeah?
Guess if you get it. Read Ephesians 5 and 6. Quick, I feel like it.
Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 6, it says, let no man deceive you in vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of power upon the children of disobedience.
Right, you can read from 5. Yeah, and then read the verse.
I can. From verse 5 it says, for this we know that no whoremonger, no unclean person, nor covetous man who is an idolater hath any inheritance in the kingdom of Hamashiach.
That is it. So when going back to the top again, what's gonna separate us from the love of the Lord? Nothing could separate us because the Lord making it clean. But we sure if you're wicked, you're covetous, you're idolater, you're unclean, you're a fornicator, filthiness. It's saying none of them gonna inherit the kingdom of Yahweh. And then when you read verse 6 now, it tells you the punishment of the children of disobedience.
Can.
Let no man deceive you.
Can.
Yeah.
It says, let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of power upon the children of disobedience.
Yeah. The wrath of Yahweh coming down on the children of disobedience. And we know what the wrath is. The wrath is fire, mingle, and the scripture call them sticks for the fire. They are just sticks, the earth and ashes, fire coming, famine coming. You understand? All sorts of different things coming at troop. The scripture says at troop they prepare the prepare table for the troop. Alright, when the troop coming, they say scripture said they trust in Pharaoh. Well, alright. Pharaoh coming to give the PS here.
Can.
That man can be going and kill a lot of people too. With the petrifying swords and all them things.
Come on. And that's why, going back to what you said just now, that's why we're grateful, because the Lord choose to enlighten me, to share this knowledge unto us, to give us this knowledge and give us this spirit of belief and faith. Because all these things, the spirit of the Lord is bestowed unto us, because look, we in it right now. And we still here, so that's why we're grateful. And that's why brothers will always say, I love you, Abashim Yashai. What should the Lord take me from now?
Can.
What should the Lord take me from? Right? Hey, with that, hope this video is defined to the flock. As a matter of fact, I read out this last one here, because I want to read out this one here about. See, for we were sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in the world. Walk as children of light.
That's it. Walk as children of light. And you could even bring out the Baruch 4 and 28 as I just quoted it earlier.
Alright, can. The book of Baruch chapter 4 and verse 28, and it says, for it is written, for as it was written in your mind to go.
No. For as it was your mind.
Can. So I can make a mistake. Wait. See, can. For as it was your mind to go astray from power, so being returned, seek him 10 times more.
That is it. Being returned now unto the Lord. It's time to just seek him 10 times more, especially in these last days. Ain't no more fucking up.
Can.
There's more pulling tight as the elder, my brother Michael did. He said the divine order of the Lord keeps us blameless. So that's what we're trying to do right now.
Can.
Be blameless. So when the Lord come, he will see himself in us. And he wouldn't say, I know you not. but rather come up hither.
Can continue. Last one is last one, but it was 29. It says, "For he had brought these plagues upon he that hath brought these plagues upon you, shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation."
That is it. See, I have scripture even mentioned and say for in the place where it was said, "You're not my people," you're going to be said, "You are my people."
Can
The Lord just, bringing back Israel. Verse Deuteronomy 30:7, he say it say all these plagues that was on you are gonna put it on your enemies now.
I'm not.
Right, so you know if you have anything else?
No, really.
Alright, so Lord willing does edifying through the spirit and power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kadash. So double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Salutation to the Aki and preaching the truth to the four corners of the earth in sincerity. Shalom, shalom, shalom.